Men of Reddit, what are your creepy experiences with a girl? I used to work in a clothes shop and a girl walks in while I'm dressing a mannequin. She's about my age, 17 at the time. Didn't think anything of it, just another customer, so I say hi. 15 minutes pass and I go over and ask if she needs any help with sizes, needs to use the fitting room, etc., and she says no. Fine, I carry on working. Another 15 minutes pass and I'm dressing another mannequin in the back of the shop and she's still looking around but keeps looking at me and quickly looking away as soon as I look back at her. She finally comes over to me and asks me why I've been staring at her for the past 2 weeks. I say I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, I've never seen you before in my life. She thinks I'm lying, so she interrogates me in the shop telling me I've been staring at her and she wants to know why. This quizzing turns to her telling me stories about her disabled brother and her allergic reactions that give her rashes, etc. Meanwhile I'm trying to work, my boss is calling me over seeing if I'm okay and if I need to go into the storeroom to get away from her. Up to this point she has been in the store for 2 hours grilling me about staring at women, about how I've been leading her on and also telling me her life story. It gets to the point where she asks me for a coffee. I tell her that I'm too busy. She insists that we make a date work and that I'm not busy, so I just end up telling her no. My manager finally takes my hints that I'm uncomfortable and asks her to leave and for me to take a tea break. Story over, right? No. I go into school the next day and she follows me to my lessons. Waits for me outside my classrooms. Follows me everywhere I go but doesn't say anything. This happens for 3 days and then she just vanishes and I never see her again. Hooked up with someone who asked me to be her boyfriend in the middle of it and then after proceeded to tell me about how she was gonna go key her ex's car but she knew he had a couple more car payments left, so was waiting a little while to be considerate. She also had her parents' urns in the basement and asked me if I wanted to go down and meet them. It freaked me out enough that I felt like I had to tread lightly and let her down gently, so I took her to dinner. Then back at her house her cat jumped on the couch and she said, oh, he wants to be with the family. I finally made an excuse and noped out. Just out of high school I was bartending and living at home to put myself through college. I left a restaurant to bartend at a late night bar/club for more money. A few months after I left I woke up around 7 AM, got home around 4 AM from working, to take a piss, and the high school hostess from the restaurant and her friend were sitting on the couch in my room. I had never spoken to this girl outside of work. Turns out my mother had been letting her in once a week or so and never mentioned anything to me. Apparently she had just sat there watching me sleep before she went to school for 3 or 4 weeks.